Hello and welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where I, Jeff, read the book Infinite Jest to you, one page at a time, one day at a time. We are on to page number 345, and I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Them appear way too insipid, even to mention what they are, e.g., one day at a time, for one. The effete Western-dressed guy concludes his opening exhortation, leads the opening moment of silence, reads the AA preamble, pulls a random name out of the crested butte cowboy hat he's holding, makes a squinty show of it, says he'd like to call Advanced Basics first random speaker of the evening and ask if his fellow group member John L. is in the house here tonight. John L. gets up to the podium and says, "That is a question I did not use to be able to answer." This gets a laugh and everybody's posture gets subtly more relaxed, because it's clear that John L. has some sober time in and isn't going to be one of those AA speakers who's so racked with self-conscious nerves he makes the empathetic audience nervous too. Everybody in the audience is aiming for total empathy with the speaker. That way they'll be able to receive the AA message he's here to carry. Empathy in Boston AA is called identification. Then John L. says his first name and what he is, and everybody calls hello. White Flag is one of the area AA meetings, and it house requires its residents to attend. You have to be seen at a designated AA or NA staff meeting every single night of the week, or out you go. Discharged. A house staff member has to accompany the residents when they go to the designated meeting so they can be officially seen there. Footnote 134. The residents' house meetings. The residence house counselor suggests that they sit right up at the front of the hall where they can see the pores in the speaker's nose and try to identify instead of compare. Again, identify means to empathize. Identifying, unless you've got a stake in comparing, isn't very hard to do here, because if you sit up front and listen hard, all the speaker's stories of decline and fall and surrender are basically alike. And like your own. Fun with the substance, then gradually less fun, then significantly less fun because of like blackouts you suddenly come out of on the highway going 145 kilometers per hour with companions you do not know. Next you're awake from in an unfamiliar bedding next to somebody who doesn't even resemble any known sort of mammal. 3-day blackouts you've come out of and have to buy a newspaper to even know what town you're in. Yes, gradually less and less actual fun, but with some physical need for the substance now, instead of the former voluntary fun. Then at some point, suddenly, just very little fun at all, combined with terrible daily hand-trembling need, then dread, anxiety, irrational phobias, dim siren-like memories of fun, trouble with assorted authorities, knee-buckling headaches, mild seizures, and the litany of what Boston AA calls losses. Then, come the day I lost my job to drinking. Concord's John L. has a huge hanging gut and just no ass at all. The way some big older guys' asses seem to get sucked up into their body and reappear out front as a gut. Gately, in sobriety, does nightly sit-ups out of fear this'll all of a sudden happen to. And that was page number 345. I hope it was as fun for you to listen to as it was for me to record. I love you all and applaud you for making it this far. And I say have a good